are going to talk about nuclear energy. This group is composed for Juliana Álvarez, Luis Ellis, Natalia Cuillos, and me, Lili Pau. So, what is the nuclear energy? The nuclear energy is the internal energy of the nucleus that is in the center of the atom. And in this part are protons and neutrons. So when change the link for us, can produce heat, give up heat, and this heat is used for different things in the industry. For this process, use atoms of uranium and hydrogen, and when they bump it for a lot of times, allow the fission of the nucleus. And the most important application in the industry is the generation of electrical energy in the nuclear power plants.
There are two mechanisms to obtain the energy. The first is the nuclear fission. It is the division of the nucleus of an atom in different smaller particles. One of the important features of the nuclear fission is generated by bombarding an unstable atom with a neutron. Once the nucleus has fission, one or two neutrons has fission. One of two neutrons are free that can collision with another atom and generate more chain fission. And the second is the nuclear fusion, is the real process. The objective of the fusion is to subject the nucleus of two atoms to physical conditions in which the nucleus fuse together to obtain a single atom.
In the industry, the most important is the nuclear fission because it's more easy used in the nuclear plant programs. The nuclear power plant is comfort for some parts. And the first is the most important is the nuclear reactor. The nuclear reactor is proposed, it's control and start the nuclear change reactions. That is installing in the nuclear power plant and start up, maintain and control the fission of the nucleus. And this part produce the necessary energy for the process. The second part is steam generation. The steam generation is a heat exchanger, and its purpose is convert the feed water to a steam. And it uses the pressurized water reactor to between primary and secondary circuits columns, and continue the pressurizer. The pressure in the primary circuits is maintained to the pressurizer. And in this part there are containers. It's separate to the primary circuit, but it's connected with a tube, and in the tube are water. This water is partially full, and this water is heated and stop the process when reaches and reach the saturation temperature. The process is stopped when this temperature is necessary for the process.
These are of the reactor cooling pumps. These are used to pump primary coolant around the primary circuit. In the nuclear plant, in the nuclear power plant, there are many security systems. Its job objects are to always keep the plant condition regulated, and also avoid the release of radioactive materials. The security system of reactor consists of reactor protection systems, systems essential water service, emergency core cooling systems, emergency power systems, and containment systems. This is a steam turbine. It is a device that converts thermal energy from the pressurized steam and use it to perform mechanical work on a rotating output charge. This is a generator. These are the devices that convert the mechanical energy of the steam turbine into electrical energy. This is a condenser. It is a heat exchanger that condenses the steam of the last stage of the turbine. Finally, this is a cooling tower. This is used to release additional heat.
Exist two types of nuclear reactor. The first is PWR, that is to say the nuclear water water reactor. Sorry. And this reactor enters water, but never get in touch with the reactor vessel. So the water evaporates to steam, and this process occurs in the steam generation. This reactor produces more energy than BWR.
And the second reactor is the nuclear bonded water reactor, BWR. Unlike the previous reactor, the steam is produced directly inside of the reactor vessel, and also use only a single cooling circuit.
About the okay, first of all, I'm a little sick, so I'm sorry about that. If you don't understand me, I can repeat it.
Ya no cambio yo.
What? I was telling that I'm a little bit sick, but if you got a problem, I can repeat.
Do you like this?
Le pone el micrófono. Lo grabo. Siga.
I'm going to talk about the application. So, first of all, as my partner said, we have the energy production. I'm going to talk about this special because, as I say, this produces more energy for the industry. First of all, we have to know that this kind of system is composed by three circuits of water. I mean, we have the condenser, a turbine, and the reactor. This reactor is going to be composed by tubes composed by uranium that are going to be the reaction where we can obtain the energy. So what's happening? We got the tubes and the water is going to pass right here, and the water is going to work as refrigerant. What happened? The water with the uranium and these atoms, it's like the water is gonna stall the neutron for the reaction can be do it. Later, this water is gonna pass by a steam. And first of all, pass for the heat chain, for we got the steam, and it's gonna pass by the turner, and finally it's gonna pass by a generation and go to the energy and go to the city of energy. One of the second applications that we're gonna find at the industry, and what it would be the most the problematic for the people, because here we're going to talk about the alterating mutation by the food. So how this is going to work? We know that the atoms alpha, beta, and gamma how can I say it? I mean, when these atoms collide in the matter, I mean, these or the fruits, these atoms is like they're gonna destroy the composition about the matter. I mean, if
Yes.
I mean, for example, we got the fruit, and we're gonna say, oh, we're gonna the time is gonna be longer. So what we're gonna do manipulate the compose. At this time now, we can do the fruits change the composition or longer the time for don't be decomposed so fast. And the second one we're gonna find are the destroy pathogenic germs. We know that nowadays one of the problematic for the human is not too much food for all the people that is in the world. So with this hope that the all the plaques and pesticides that destroy the food like control and be eliminated. As I said before, this is one of the most problematic because a lot of people is not agreed with this kind of process, but I mean, I think it would be necessary for the industry and for the people. And finally, but not less important, is the application clinical. I'm going to talk about one of, I think, not more common for the people. So here we got a camera, called a pump, its name. The way this works is we got a patient and we're gonna, by an injection, the substance that we're gonna introduce in the blood, we got probably atoms, alpha, beta, and gamma. This is not too much substance, just a little bit, not too much. And what's gonna happen in the body, the substance is gonna travel about all the blood, and when finally, then I mean, 2 hours later or 3. The patient is gonna be inside of the camera, and the way this works is like the camera with the software. It's like the camera with the software gonna compose the body. And the comparison is, if we have the normal body that is not tumors or something like that, and we got the patient, the camera is gonna detect the tumors. I mean, if they find a little bit kind of mass, it's weird. This is how this works, and obviously it's a process a little bit cold, so in Colombia it's not common to find this kind of process. Anyway, we got a lot of more applications, but for this time, I decided to try this with my group. And as we know, the therapy radioactive, we got 2 that as to control the cancer, but at the same time kill a little bit cells good.
Statistical data. The number of operable reactors worldwide. Around 10% of the world's electricity is generated by about 450 nuclear power reactors. Around 50 more reactors are under construction, equivalent and approximately 15% of existing capacity. The graph shows the graph shows the increase per year of the number of reactors.
Te toca.
to the time with the electric production, it's more important. We got here diagram so that explain the from the energy from this energy. So the most useful in the industry is going to be coal, and we can see the color purple is the more used in the industry right now at the moment. Why? Because probably it's the most useful, and we can obtain more energy. The second one we're gonna find the with gas, the color here. Then hydro. So these three we can say are the most useful at the moment. With the other that we are not gonna find too much useful, but at the same are introduced in the diagrams with oil. Here you can see others. And solar, wind, thermal, that at the, it's like if we can have any production of energy, solar, that is natural, we're gonna find it, but it's not, we can see we don't have too much useful for this kind of energy. And we total with the tones and, the energy in nuclear, the word is maybe a little bit bad to understand, because the first that people think when listening the word energy nuclear is talk about atom bomb. Yeah, everybody knows that. But it's not right way, because as it seems, but nowadays we see that we are gonna obtain too much like benefits about this if we use in a great way. Or obviously we're gonna do the bomb atom. It's the bad way to use, but it's
advantages of nuclear energy. Generates a large amount of electricity. In addition, a nuclear power plant is generating electricity almost all year, approximately 90% of it. Greenhouse gases are not produced. During the obtaining of atomic energy from the nuclear power plants, no greenhouse gases are produced, such as CO2 and NO2. Oil dependence is reduced. The fact of producing more electricity and other energy, such as thermal energy, with atomic energy, reduce the use of fossil fuels to obtain electricity. Less damage to the environment. The production of this type of energy causes less damage of the environment, since the emission of greenhouse gas as well as the use of fossil fuels is avoided. Disadvantages of nuclear energy. You don't save so much on fossil fuels. The reality is that the large amount of fossil fuels and greenhouse gas production is used for transport, not for the production of electricity. Radioactive waste is produced. This causes plutonium, which is stored in swimming pools inside nuclear plants or uncontaminated. In principle, highly safe to be buried deep in different areas of the planet to prevent contamination of the environment. Nuclear accidents. Although the plants have very sophisticated security systems, there have been accidents that have been devastating. In the case of the Chernobyl and Fukushima, nuclear weapons for war and nuclear power plants are very expensive. Finally, nuclear plants are very expensive to build and maintain. They are a great investment, and not all countries are prepared to do so.
Thanks.